Hey, how's everybody doing today? My name is Corey Moore, aka Corey Stones, and I'm here to do a brewery review, another craft brewery review. Recently, I had the opportunity of visiting Ingenious Brewing Company, and they are a brand new brewery located in Humble, Texas, which is a suburb of the Houston area. As you know, or if you don't know, I'm located primarily in the Houston area, so I like to do a lot of the breweries that are in my area, and of course, when I travel as well, and I like to contribute reviews to those breweries based on my experiences. So, Ingenious Brewing Company is really interesting. They are officially not even open yet, meaning they've just been doing some soft openings, and it is February the 11th, so 2018. So they're just finishing some of their soft openings now. They've been doing it for the last couple of weekends. I believe their grand opening is approaching the mid part of March. To my knowledge, they don't have a website, and their Facebook page is acting like their primary source of information. They're obviously new, which in their defense, they have a lot of kinks to work out, of course, with just any business. But I do like the logo is great. The logo is awesome. The name is cool. It's a brain, and half of it is a brain, and half of it looks like hops from the ingredient for making beer. So it's a really cool logo. I think it's a marketable brand, and their beer is pretty good as well. Now, what intrigued me to them is I started following them about a year ago or so on social media, noticed that they were in my area, and noticed that they had some really good mixes of some interesting beers that were coming up available. And so some of the beers that they have are like chocolate sundaes or vanilla mixes. They have a lot of, really kind of interesting mixes, including cherry, strawberry, chocolate, lots of different flavors on nitro. It's a pretty extensive, very different type of ingredient list that you might expect on your standard beers. Most of what I had was really good. There was only one beer that I had where I was like, I don't like that, or maybe two. But overall, there was quite a bit of a good selection. From my other reviews, you probably will know that I like to drink stouts. I drink stouts year round, and that's kind of a difficult thing sometimes to find. And this brewery had a lot of different stouts to try. I believe they had 7, which is a lot, and definitely a lot for the Houston area for sure, given that it's really not that cold here. It's really not that big of a stout location. But overall, the Ingenious beer is very good. The location is located, as I mentioned, in Humble, Texas, and it's in a warehouse where you have kind of a tap room up front, and then the back part of this warehouse is dedicated to the actual brewing. So it's a pretty cool setup. When we went, there was a lot of kids, so it was a very family-friendly environment. I actually took my wife and 2 children, 2 very young children, and we had a good time. There was also someone there with other young children and a baby that was probably no more than 2 weeks old. So the environment was good. It was crowded. There was a lot of people there. And then as it started to get closer to the closing time, it started to thin out a little bit. As I mentioned, they're still completing their soft opening, so I suspect that as they get closer to the grand opening and beyond, that operations will be a little bit more smoother. As far as the facilities themselves, they're pretty bland. It's just some tables in the front part of a warehouse that's decorated like a tap room. It does have a bar, not a very big area, but it is a good local brewery that has some interesting takes on a lot of good recipes. So as far as my ratings for Ingenious Brewing, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and give them 4.5 stars out of 5 for their beer. I think their beer was pretty good. And I think for their location, I'm going to go ahead and give them 3 stars out of 5 as far as their facilities and their tap room and so forth. But if you are in the local Houston area or you're traveling, you're looking to try some breweries, definitely check out Ingenious Brewing. And I'll go ahead and leave a link to their Facebook page. And their menu is actually being posted as of now on an app that's called Untapped. So if you'd like to take a look at their menu. You can download the app Untapped. You can search for the venue Ingenious Brewing, and you can look at their menu that way. But hopefully they will be adding a website, I can imagine, but I don't know that for sure. As I mentioned, they are very new. So I hope you enjoyed this brief brewery review. My name is Corey Moore, aka Corey Stones. Click subscribe, be a part of our YouTube community where we're going to be doing a lot more of these craft brewery reviews, talking about cryptocurrencies, investments, mountain biking, snowboarding, custom jewelry, all the things that make up my day-to-day life and the things that I'm passionate about. I hope that you'll be a part of the channel and click subscribe. Thank you and have a great day.